Hey. What y'all watching? Let me tell you what I just watched. I finally got over the semi-anxiety of it all, of Housewives and how I would see Garcelle's final season. I don't know. I feel undone about Garcelle, and I think I'm gonna have a rant about that later on. It's kind of like mourning because Garcelle is forever fancy. Like, Garcelle has been in our lives since the 90s. Like, I'm a millennial, and I want her to do great things. And I'm glad that she left that toxic show. I'm glad she got what she needed to from that show, and the end, period. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'll gander next season just to see what they up to, but am I invested after the last 5 years of watching Garcelle on this show? Nah. I'll watch a recap. This last part was just a bumbling mess. Let's just get into it, honestly. I'm going to be looking at my notes because I like to write things down. I promise I'm not going to keep y'all long. I'm like the Baptist preacher. I'm not going to keep y'all long, and 30 minutes later, here I am talking. No, so we start off the third part of this reunion with Dorit and Sutton going at it. Her talking about she living on an effing main road, whatever. It's very clear that Dorit is living for this villain era, and maybe this has always been Dorit and we didn't notice it because she was very much background for a while. Like, to come to think of it, like, she was, for me, going in and out of Beverly Hills, because I stopped watching for seasons, and then Garcelle came, and that's when I started being into it again. Like, of course I see the snippets and stuff throughout the years of the seasons I didn't watch fully. But I was invested for the last 5 years watching Beverly Hills because of Garcelle. And Dorit in this season, I was team Dorit. Because Kyle, I need to get a t-shirt. Kyle is no one's friend. Kyle is someone that will sit here because she's been the originator of this show. She'll sit there and not do anything and expect everything from everybody else. That's the best way that I can explain it, honestly. Dorit is just out here jabbing. Oh, you think you're better than everyone. I have love in my life, basically implying that, that Sutton does not. And then whatever that Dorit and Sutton had going on, then Bozema chimes in and says, I didn't appreciate you calling me an angry black woman. Now let's get into it. And we are not going to stay here for long because I am a black woman through and through. There's nothing other than, the origin of slave owners raping slaves, right? Okay, we all got a little white in us somewhere. Black woman through and through from the Caribbean and Georgia. That is my family. I want to say that me watching the after show, though Sutton is problematic and has microaggressions, I agree she does. In this moment, in that scene, I can see where Boz is coming from. Fine. She don't see it for Sutton. I can see her point of view. However, she was loud in that moment at Dorit's house because she was defending her friend. Yes? Okay. Nothing's wrong with defending Dorit. There's nothing wrong with not coddling Sutton, because that is exactly what they were doing. They were coddling Sutton to make her come back. And if Sutton says she want to leave, she want to leave. She said it on that couch at the reunion. I did not ask any one of them to come. Though she probably wanted them to. Mind you, Sutton is not a victim. She plays one on TV. And she sat there waiting for her car. That's what she said. And then they came over and they're like, no, don't leave, blah, blah, blah. Especially Kyle. Kyle is always ringing in, oh, please don't leave. so you can get attacked and then talk about it, and then you guys can have something else to talk about. That's Kyle's whole persona. She's not there for Sutton to be a friend, or as Carlos King would say it, have an alliance with Sutton to like, we all have to be on the same page so we can, you know, fight Dorit or whatever the case. Now, I'm saying all of that to say, in the after show, in that scene, it does seem that Bozema was angry. Angry is a verb. Like, it is an adverb to describe someone. And that's how Sutton felt. Bozema came in, and then Sutton tried to fix it. Then she said, well, you came in, she was like, I didn't mean it. Basically, she's saying I didn't mean it that way. And then Bozema went to Garcelle and was like, Garcelle, you didn't even clock it. You didn't check it. She was like, I didn't even hear her say that. Like, I don't even know. Because how long ago did they film the damn after shows? You know what I'm saying? So Garcelle was like, I didn't even hear her say that. But Jennifer Tilly, as detailed as she is, she said, Sutton said that you were angry at her. So, leave your opinion. Do you feel like Sutton was a microaggressor saying that Bozema was an angry black woman? Or was she saying that Bozema was angry at her? And are those the same thing? I don't know. Are they the same thing? My opinion is, I felt like Sutton was playing the victim as she always does. And she doesn't like people coming at her. And how aggressive or angry that she was. Now, if she used the word aggressive, I would say it was a microaggression. But the way that Bozema was acting in that scene, it does seem like she was getting annoyed. That's the word. She was annoyed at how everybody was coddling Sutton. And she was very loud. I don't want to say she was yelling. She was loud and just shocked at the whole scene. And then Bozema saying it didn't take a rocket science to understand what was going on. So because Garcelle said to her, stop being Dorit's mouthpiece, because you're just coming over here, coming at all of them, including Garcelle, saying that y'all are coddling her and y'all need to come back inside and sit down. Like, you did come in guns blazing, Bozema. Like, she did come in guns blazing in that scenario. And Bozema was just probably fed up with, why are you guys sitting down here coddling Sutton? If she want to go, let her go. Fine. But the way that Garcelle and Sutton are, Garcelle is going to check on Sutton. She's going to check on her. That is probably done now, and Garcelle is better for it. That's all I got to say. So what else happened? Okay, let me tell you, I like Sutton because of Garcelle, and next season, if Sutton is a housewife, which she probably will be, because everybody's going to want to play out. Everybody's going to want to see how her not having Garcelle is going to play out. And I think, honestly, Sutton is going to be fine. Sutton is going to be fine. I think she's going to get a little 1-2 punch. She's going to be, apologetic. And then she's going to have Erica to have her back. Mark my words. If Erica comes back, because what does she got going on? She's not a great personality. She was doing the same thing Garcelle was doing. We've already discussed it. So let's go with Dorit downplaying her dig, which her bestie told her was an intentional dig. She didn't acknowledge it. She didn't acknowledge it. She deflected, as Kyle has taught her and Kyle's precedent has set. She said, I don't talk about your alcoholism. You talk about it. She went to 2020 in a blog or E! Entertainment or wherever, it don't matter. She went 4 years ago. Who remembers things like that to bring it up? Who remembers things like that to bring it up? Dorit is intentional in coming after Sutton. She is intentional. So intentional. Because anyone on that table, on that chair discussed it until Dorit brought it up? Dorit brought it up. That means that she either remembered it and held it, which I don't think. I think she went out of her way to find that report. to say, I didn't bring it up. You brought it up 4 years ago. She can bring it up. It's her body. It's her alcohol that she thinks she's consuming at 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night. That is her business. And just like Kyle, if she don't want to talk about it, she don't got to talk about it. So what's the problem? Dorit just downplaying her dig about coming after Sutton about alcoholism is a weird flex, and I just don't understand how they let that crap slide. They let that crap slide for 2 years. Kyle did it. Dorit did it. Crystal condoned it and snitched. And Erica don't even care. So where does Sutton even lie? Where does she lie in these group of women? Like, it's so ridiculous. Like, this is not what Housewives was when it started. And where it's at is just, it's a horrible place to be, especially that franchise. I tried to get through Carlos King and humble brag with Cynthia and Crystal, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I tried. I did hear Crystal's take on, and he explained himself as Garcelle and Sutton's relationship. I'm going off on a tangent real quick. He said that their relationship was more an alliance than a friendship. He compared it to Nene and Cynthia, which Nene and Cynthia are not friends. So his comparison is kind of weird. So he's saying that when Nene called what's-his-face, bar none, a bitch, Cynthia was like, we're not doing that today. And they worked through it on the show. They didn't stop talking. But him saying that was like her 3rd season. This was Garcelle's 5th season. Having Sutton's back, them going back and forth. Now, I'm not going to give, Sutton did have Garcelle back in moments and times on the show. And I feel like it was an uneven friendship. It was an uneven friendship. And I'm glad that Crystal on Carlos King's YouTube did state to her, it is 4 months of filming and 8 months of downtime. Like, you don't have to see these people. You don't have to talk to them. And she did say that Garcelle and Sutton did talk to each other within that 8 months. They did hang out with each other. And that's when he made his assumption, and he was like, well, I don't understand if they had that best of friendship, how they're not friends. Like, they're not friends at this time. And my thing is like, people have their limits, like Garcelle said. Garcelle reached her limit. If you're friends with somebody for 5 years, and though she may have better friends, just as Sutton may have better friends, then that's fine. Because Jennifer Tilly is Sutton's friend. Jennifer Tilly knows Sutton more than Garcelle knows her. Sutton didn't feel threatened when Jennifer Tilly came in. And to recalling them the 3 witches of Eastwick. Like, and I'm going to go back to Carlos King's podcast. He loves problematic housewives. He loves Teresa and celebrities. He loves Teresa. He loves Kyle. He loves Kenya. My favorite is Kyle. And he likes Erica Jane. Like, he loves people that drums up the drama. And that just makes so much sense of how he runs his shows on OWN. And I'm going to leave that there. That's it. Pin dropped. What else went on, honey? Why do you think they get the... Okay. So I wrote, when Erica was talking about Sutton and how she was like, you dig at people at the same time, and Garcelle, co-signed it and says, like, it does seem that way. It does seem that, when things are low, she comes in and Jennifer kind of co-signed it too. And everybody was just so shocked. And that just proves that they think of their relationship as something else. Anyway, I'm not going down that rabbit hole again. I want to know, even though Sutton apologized, Erica always finds a way to bring it back up And she's like, I'm just showing you the pattern. I don't have anything against you. I'm just showing you the pattern. But you keep bringing it up though. Like I agree with something, like when will you move on? And then she goes to say, I like you. Like, I understand you now, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And I'm just telling you that's what it is. And there is no problem. And then suddenly, you know, she's not a victim, but she plays one on TV. And then she says, it just looks like you don't like me. And she's like, it's not that I don't like you. Erica does not like Sutton. Let's just be clear. I don't care what she says. If Sutton left that show, they would never see it for each other. And that is fine. I don't know what Garcelle was. I mean, the way that Garcelle is as a friend and an honest and authentic person, I feel like she expected more from Sutton, and that was her problem. That was her mistake. And sorry to you. I'm sorry to you, Garcelle. I mean, lightweight played yourself. Because none of them women, and let's exclude Sutton, none of these women ever saw it for you. Every time you did something, they found something else. That's a hard place to be in for 5 years. And I understand why she got up and left. I say all that to say, for Erica, why does Kyle and Dorit get a private conversation, a private cuss out, but Sutton gets berated on TV? I don't understand how y'all expect Sutton, as frail as her legs are, to stand on her feet, 10 toes down, every season for y'all ganging up on her. Every season. Sutton, this is the only season where it was like, she got a little bit of gas because Dorit and Kyle had the first go round in the beginning of the season. It just feels like wherever there's a boat, wherever there's a dinner, Sutton is always a topic of discussion. And I can understand Sutton in that way. It was like, dang, like, can I get a break? I don't get it. I don't get the double standard. I don't get the hypocrisy. This third part of the reunion, no one said what they were supposed to say, and the fakery of it all. Because it is hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy from Kyle all the way down to Andy Cohen. It is hypocrisy. Her estranged elderly husband, it was like womp, 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 womp. We will not discuss. So Andy asked, so this is where it's dwindling down. Andy asked Kyle that Sutton alluded to Mauricio cheating on her. And then this season, she is so obtuse about everything. She's like, this housewife, this is a side gig. I'm a detective. That's my full-time job. Girl, listen to me. And the fact that Kathy was crying about Mauricio and her splitting up, she must be, I don't know, she talked out two sides of her mouth, honey, because we all know that Kathy Hilton does not like Mauricio Umansky. Her and Richard don't see it. So, I don't know what that crying was about. Maybe she was like, well, lies. I do know what it was about. It was more about those kids than it was about Mauricio. She wanted Kyle to stay in that marriage for her kids. Her kids are grown. Portia is going to be a freshman in college in 2026. Like, we are not keeping families together for kids. Let's destigmatize that, because you're a better parent if you're happier within yourself than staying in a marriage. Because as Jasmine Garden has said, time and time again, honey, it's been repeated. You are weeping and getting crazy for a man that would not exist if his mother had a better self-esteem. Honey, the time where grandma had to stay with grandpa and she couldn't find no job because she had no skills, those times are over. Kyle, you have things for yourself. You've been married to that man for 20-something years. You knew that man was cheating on you for a lot of years. So did Lisa Vanderpump. So did every cast member that has ran through these Beverly Hills TV streets. Knew that Mauricio was cheating on you. You've confirmed that he's been cheating on you. Then you try to sweep it up saying that, let's get this straight, we've been separated. So when I was digging for things, then she let it slip up again. I've known things for years. I just won't talk bad about my children's father. Bye. You just admitted on national TV that he's been cheating on you forever. You knew he's been cheating on you. He probably promised you, I won't do it again. Or he promised, I'll keep it more discreet. I don't know. Something has to have been discussed, because why are you guys not filing for divorce? What is the problem? You guys, it's California. It's going to be split 50-50. I doubt you guys had a prenup, because when you guys were married, the both of you didn't have anything. So you helped build him up. So you are entitled to whatever you're entitled to, girl. Get your money, move across the street from Lisa Vanderpump so she could throw her dirty water on your porch. I really fast forward through Kyle and her queer baiting, and I really feel like, as articulate as she thinks she is, why can't she speak? You're an actress. We all know Kim is the better actress. Unfortunately, she's going through things. And whenever she decides to stick to her sobriety. God. Sidebar tangent. Katie Ross and Kim Richards were the best housewives, the best readers. I just want them to live in their truth. I want them to heal whatever they have going on, honey. Because, God, they was great TV. Pin dropped. Okay. And that was a reunion, honey. I talked about the end and the beginning. Garcelle walked out. It was like the accumulation. What is that word? The compilation? It's the compilation? I don't know, child. Whatever. It was all 5 years of her sitting at a reunion couch and her being talked at and her having to defend herself, and no one, not even someone as human, you don't even got to be her friend. No one came to her. I don't want to say rescue. No one came to her and said anything other than, this is what you did. This is what you did. This is what you did. And I think like Garcelle, when Andrew Cohen asked her, is his name even Andrew? Is it? Asked her, like, what are you upset about? She was like, everything, honestly. Like, it's just everything. I just feel like no one talked to me, no one. And then Kyle with them hens at the end, and pause. Who put Dorit in charge of professionalism when she makes people wait for hours at reunions and trips and things of this nature? Who put her in charge of professionalism? Because she is not the one, honey. She is not the example. Pin dropped. Okay. I just feel like it was just like the compilation of everything that has happened, every single reunion where Garcelle, if you guys go back to watch every single reunion, Garcelle has had to fight every single reunion. Every single reunion. And I think at that point when she said, I just don't want to answer any more questions, honestly, I'm just over it. I'm over it. Everything is getting on my nerves. And I don't know how they cut and paste it, because I feel like it wasn't sequential, because she was still defending Sutton. She was still talking to Sutton. She was still smiling at Sutton. She was still, I feel like something was cut out. I honestly feel like there was something that was done that we didn't see to make her get up, drink the drink, put it down, and say, I'm out. That was a conscious decision, because she knew 9 hours ago that she said, maybe we will get a cast photo. I mean, something has had to have happened that we did not see. And I'm going to stand by that. I don't think, I don't think that we saw the straw that broke her back. I just don't think we saw it. Because if it were up to me, if I was Garcelle, I would have took the photo, then I would have walked away. But now that I've said that, I understand what the cast photo means. I understand what it means to her. It means like, we are here, we have taken this photo, we have accomplished something to at least understand each other, but no one understood her. She felt so unseen and so unheard. And she's felt like that for 5 years. So I understand what she holds that cast photo to be. And she didn't feel like it. She didn't feel like that happened again this season. So she was just like, I am so done. I'm so done. My thing is, when she said everyone smiled at each other, she said, no one smiled at me. No one talked to me. I felt like I was on an island by myself. And then Sutton is talking about, I just don't understand it. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I can't figure it out. Okay, Sutton. Okay. I honestly hope that Garcelle and Sutton have a conversation. I don't remember when this was filmed. I think this was filmed we are now in April, maybe beginning of March. Hopefully they have a conversation. If she decides to just be basic friends with each other, then that's fine. I mean, I feel like Garcelle is just done explaining herself. If nobody else got to explain themselves, I'm not explaining myself either. Like, it is what it is. Deal with it or not. Like, that's it. It's a wrap. And it's a wrap on Beverly Hills. We are going to, like I said, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I mean, when the season premiere, I'll watch the first episode just to see. I know we're gonna get fodder because I wish they would normalize us not knowing what the hell is going on until the show airs. But they're not gonna do that. We'll know if there's new housewives, or we'll know if they are the same housewives. I'm okay not watching it, but I do want to see if Sutton comes back, if Dorit comes back, if those four, Kyle, Dorit, Erica, Sutton, those 4 come back. I just want to see what the dynamic would be. I really want to see how they would shape, the favorite words, storyline. Listen, I'm over it. I'm done. Thank God it's over. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. There's nothing else to say, honestly. There's nothing else to say, really and truly. If you have made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. I love you. Please like the video. It shows up on your Instagram. It is the easiest and freest way for you to promote the channel. If you liked it, you cannot like it too.